Hello everyone, thank you for your time. The FBI that I selected was Atlantic Aviation out of Philadelphia. The details in this presentation that we cover are why did Cessna stop production of single-engine aircraft, and also providing several reasons why businesses may use aircraft. And third, we will talk about the FBO that I selected and the information provided. Why did Cessna stop producing single-engine trainers? There are three main reasons. Liability, with the rise of lawsuits, and in the 80s, this caused these aircraft almost impossible to insure. Going into the second reason, the premiums and the cost to insure these aircraft were almost uncostly to the owner. Especially flying these privately, you're not flying these at a commercial rate where you're making a buttload of money to cover all these costs. And then this really caused production to halt due to these reasons. In our next slide, we're going to provide several reasons why businesses may use aircraft. And these are some key points we talk about on this slide, and I do want to kind of touch base. These are huge. I currently do work at SpaceX, and we actually have a private aircraft that flies from Florida to Texas, and that happens quite often. It improves the costs. Well, first off, with how many employees we have so many employees that are going to and from Starbase. The cost of owning an aircraft and transporting those employees on a scheduled basis is saving the company money. And it's improving the efficiency of getting employees from A to B in the workday, rather than employees going to a hotel, checking in, and then finally showing up to the job site maybe that day or the next day. So some of the key reasons that we'll talk about is the time efficiency, which we just stated. It takes so long traveling between sites. The flexibility is great because, you don't really hear too much about traffic jams in the air. You do have to detour. There are some weather permitting issues and some local traffic that you may need to clear. But you can be flexible. You can roll left or roll right. Productivity, this, like I mentioned with SpaceX, we can literally go to work at 6 in the morning, leave out of Cape Canaveral and land in Texas by 8 in 2 hours, and be turning wrenches on Starship within the hour. It's pretty incredible. The security and privacy is another big factor. You have some high VIPs and you have some clients who don't want to deal with the stress of going through a commercial airport, and they can just hop on a plane and go. It was really neat seeing Jeff Bezos come out of his aircraft on a private runway, and for the 10 seconds that I saw him, I think he made like $70,000, something like that. I forget how much money he makes a second, but it was pretty wild. Also, the cost savings, like I mentioned earlier, with how many people we have and the schedule we're keeping up to date with, the company is saving money by providing its own aircraft and its own travel to its employees. So for the FBO I selected is Atlantic Aviation. Their symbol is KPHL. They have multiple runways: 9R27L, 9L27R, 1735, 826. The elevation is 36 feet, and their magnetic variation is 10 degrees west. Atlantic Aviation is the leading fixed-based operator out of Philadelphia. This company is really neat. As I was going over their website, one thing that really stuck out to me was We don't just fly, we soar. So they really take hold of their core values, and they really take pride in the services they offer to improve the efficiency and leisurely of air travel. The company provides services including fueling, hangar storage, ground handling, concierge services tailored for private, corporate, and military aircraft. This company also emphasizes the efficiency in their hospitality, their amenities, their lounges, and their group planning facilities. They do provide easy means of car rentals and networking to local restaurants and food and hotels. Thank you so much for listening to me.